the Trevor Jackson podcast.
Bro, we can start wherever you want, man. We can start. Let's talk about the LeBron and Stephen A. Let's talk about that because Stephen A. had a lot to say. Like LeBron said, he went on the Taylor Swift tour.
Yeah,
talking about something that he said he didn't want to talk about, but he talking about it. He even went on the Gil's Arena podcast and talked. Bro, he did it. They've been trying to get him on there for weeks, and now all of a sudden this happened. And now you available to get on the podcast, huh?
Mm-hmm. So I was kind of defending. I wasn't defending or against nobody really, but I didn't know what he had said about LeBron James parenting. I didn't hear the clip, or I didn't hear anything specific. And both of the guys I thought was right. That's what I said on that podcast that I previously did. I thought Stephen A was right for being able to criticize and do his job, and I thought LeBron was right for defending his son. But I didn't hear Stephen A speak on him as a parent, and that's disrespectful. He kind of lucky and get knocked out there on that court.
Right. And then you say something, he kind of backtracked, but then he's like, "Oh, I didn't say it like that, or I didn't say that." Yes, you did. You came at this man as a father because he stepped to you as a father, and when he stepped to you as a father, you said that wasn't LeBron the player, that was LeBron the father. Okay, if you can identify that he approached you as a father, evidently you overstepped the line to him as a father.
Yeah. Because
for 22 years, regardless of what you say about this man, and you have an analyst that made a living off of trashing this man.
What during that time when First Take was people was making a living off of him, you ain't capping. It was either LeBron or the Cowboys for a decade.
Facts.
But at one point in time, I thought that Stephen A was defending LeBron against Skip. Was that the case?
No, Shannon. It wasn't until Shannon and Skip got together that Shannon became the defender of LeBron. Because Skip always talked about Jordan. And Jordan Jordan that.
And Stephen,
you know what I'm saying?
Agree with him.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It came down to them talking about the play, but it was things that was disrespectful within the conversation. And to be honest with you, I don't, nepotism. Let's talk about nepotism for a moment and who has benefited. Name some people that has benefited off of nepotism that you know. I'll say Donald Trump.
Yep.
I'll say
Jerry Jones' son, Stephen Jones.
Yeah.
Some of these owners, these NBA owners.
Yeah.
Look at the owner of the Suns. No. The owner of the Suns, his dad is the agent for Bradley Beal.
King Combs.
King Combs.
He wouldn't have been able to put no album out if it wasn't for Diddy's name and
no. Right.
It's just a lot of people. America is becoming a place that is like
Deion Sanders, Shador Sanders, the Sanders boys.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of people that benefit off nepotism. It ain't nothing wrong with it, but they was a little more harsh on Bronny than it was deserved. Even though I'm not about to cap and say was ready for the NBA. I'm not gonna say that he was ready. And but who business is it? It ain't my business to be able to say what LeBron should and shouldn't be able to do because the Lakers and the NBA can't pay him what he's worth.
Facts. But here's the thing. Bronny was drafted 55th pick. Look at all the 55th picks for the last 2 years and tell me was they even talked about as much or even you even know who they are. And then they talk about, oh, he's a guaranteed contract. Yes, the other 55th pick was a guaranteed contract. The other
I
55th pick got paid the same salary. And it was other teams that wanted Bronny. He could have got picked 35th,
yeah.
but specifically his agent said no.
Mm.
Don't draft him. He
Rich
wants
Paul
to play. Yeah.
nepotism.
So therefore, but the Lakers but we're not going to talk about how the Lakers seen the cash cow too. You know
Yeah.
how much in jersey sales Bronny is selling?
Nike.
He's already made them 55 million in jersey sales.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. The business of this whole thing is wild. It's
Right.
wild.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was his it was his goal, his life accomplishment to want to play in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Here's his name called.
Mm-hmm.
After going through the health scare that he did with going into cardiac arrest.
Mm. And is that what Stephen A mentioned about his son? Because that would have struck me. Now, if he would have talked about my son's health and all of that, and then try to say it's you as a parent and I'm targeting you, that would have sent me.
So what Stephen A said was, LeBron, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to you as a parent. Stop it. Bronny is not ready. Stop it. How? What? Hold on, time out. Actually, Bronny is balling in the G League. He just put up 39 the other night. He just put up 17. He put up 17 in the NBA, then turned around and put up 39 in the G League. Before that, he was putting 25, 32.
Why that ain't being talked about?
And that's what we're trying to understand.
Yeah. Why that ain't being talked about? Because I haven't heard that, but they highlight that he ain't ready. He only averaged 3 in high school. He shouldn't be on the Lakers, and I heard that more than I heard what he's doing in the G League.
Y'all expect this man when he scored 17, he played 32 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You expect him to score something playing 8 minutes, 5 minutes? They have to they have to literally run plays.
Yeah, you got to get the cooking first.
You got come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? So I don't understand. I understand that people are going to talk, but let's be real. When has anybody ever talked about the 55th pick? No. We allow them to develop. We allow all them draftees to develop.
Now, would you say what did he average in college? I know that don't mean anything.
8, probably 2, 8, something.
I thought it was 3 or something like that.
3, if it was. But I'm gonna tell you this though. It's a lot of college players. Their game is not built for college. Their game is built for the NBA.
Yeah, I was watching. You see, I got the Michigan Spartans with Mateen Cleaves.
Mm-hmm.
Mateen Cleaves, what he doing in the NBA? But he was a baller in college.
In college, right?
Yeah. You cooking, guy. You cooking. I'm listening to you.
You know, so at the end of the day, people criticize Bronny. Yeah, but Bronny, we are. Do you know who his damn daddy is?
He has the potential. Even if he scored 3, what people are saying is that he can score 3, but he has the potential because you know who his father is. You know his work ethic. They're gonna make sure he's healthy and everything.
He's in the gym working on his game every day. He's not shortchanging nothing. He's playing. He's in the gym twice a day. He's watching James Harden practice. He's watching KD play. He's like, this is what's going on.
And he playing with them and against them.
And he's playing with them. So therefore, it's like, yo, like, it's one thing. You know how you have them, and you know how you have them high school players who are good. And then they go to college and then they die out. Because where they come from, they're no longer the only one. You're in college.
Yeah.
You're with all the other 5-star, 4-star players now.
You with all the other ones from their neighborhood and their school.
Right.
Yeah.
And you still got to go out here and shine. You still got to make a name for yourself. Nothing's going to be given to you. You still got to go out here and perform.
Yeah.
If there wasn't nothing that Bronny would have shown when he worked out for other teams, these other teams wouldn't have wanted to draft him. But it was other teams that actually wanted to draft him because of what they seen in potential.
Yeah. And the opportunity that I think money had a play too, because they
money. Oh yeah. Because you also knew, okay, if we get LeBron, there's a possibility LeBron gonna come too.
Yeah, because the Lakers is like, they might have to give him 10% of the team when he retires.
Oh, LeBron. Yeah, they gotta do something.
3-4%.
Do something.
Give him a percent of the team, because they making a killing off of him and his son right now. They can't pay him what he worth, man. They to be honest with you, they deserve to be on TV now because of Luka and everything. But how much TV time they was getting, I felt as if at one point they didn't deserve that much TV time. Prime time, no. They like the Cowboys of the NBA.
Yeah, Lakers.
When it comes to being on television, being promoted. Not winning.
Oh, okay. Promoted, yeah. But we gotta understand. We gotta understand the prestige of the Lakers, though. Like, they got more championships than the damn Cowboys.
Way more.
Right.
But they own prime time every game.
Because of who? Because of who's LeBron?
Yeah.
You talking about every city LeBron and them go to is sold out.
They make the city making money.
City making money.
When they come to Charlotte. Don't nobody
sold out.
Yeah.
Don't nobody go to Charlotte games like that. LeBron come, tickets go up a little bit and they sell out.
Yep. So they got to make some, and they on TV the first time the season. Hey man, that's crazy. Let's play LeBron response on the Pat McAfee show and keep the conversation going. Let's do it.
Which leads obviously to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're watching it. Yep. We're all seeing it.
Oh yeah,
you're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it, but since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, went viral. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you could address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, and like he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair in his tidy whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance. But you're right.
Dude, like, relax, bro. Like, relax.
LeBron was extremely unbothered in that conversation, though.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like, man, I would like to see them converse with each other eventually. I know it's not going to happen no time soon. And a lot of people are hard on Stephen A. I think Stephen A. has to find a way to add integrity to his journalist style. because people go to school. I even wanted to go to school for journalism
Mm-hmm.
because it's something I like having conversations. I like having my own platform and talking and stuff about things that are trending and in the news and in politics. And I want to be well versed in what I do because I really like it. But when I look at the landscape of the world and of America right now, journalists is being replaced by celebrities. And Stephen A gonna have to be a person of integrity or he is not moving the culture forward. And that is all tied into the whole theme of this show. Did the OGs fail the youth? Because he just got $100 million contract. He a OG. He gonna have to be able to convey his message without being a person that is like I don't know the word I'm looking for. A person that is not speaking with malicious intentions.
And you want to know something? Lately, he's been doing that.
Mm-hmm. He ain't never did that.
He ain't never did it, but lately he has. It's no different than Elliot Wilson complaining about
Wow.
everybody else in his space. But if you're not going to be real about it, if you're not going to be honest about it,
you cooking, guy.
You don't deserve to talk about it.
You cooking. Keep cooking, guy. That's true. Elliot Baldwin.
But then we done got to the point to where we want to hear from the rappers. We want to hear from the sport, the basketball players. We want to hear from the football players because yes, y'all are journalists. Yes, y'all speak on a topic. Yes, y'all may speak on a sport, but y'all don't play it. Y'all don't know what y'all not in these locker rooms. Y'all go from hearsay. Y'all get y'all information from somebody else.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That is that you in your bag when you tied that Elliot Wilson in with that because of how disgruntled he was with Cameron.
Yeah.
How disgruntled he is with $1 million worth of game and Joe Budden because the rappers now
are getting there. And yep. But this is the thing. They're not journalists. They don't have a journalist degree like you do. But guess what? They done built a relationship and they done had these relationships for 20 plus years. And ain't nothing realer than a relationship.
That's fact. That's fact. That's fact. You know what's crazy though? The journalists are being removed, but you know what the journalists are lacking, why they're being removed. I know why they're being removed. And they might disagree with what I'm about to say though, but their perspective is not objective no more.
Nope. It's personal.
Emotions.
Yep.
Feeling. I'm mad. I'm pissed off. It's not objective. You have to speak to the perspective and not speak to the person. That's the problem that's going on right now.
Exactly what you said. And that's why Elliot Wilson got what he got from Cameron, because what he said about Cameron was foul.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
We understand you feel some type of way, but take your emotions out of it.
Yeah.
Because it was full of emotion.
That's all.
That's a female trait.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You acting feminine when you start being all emotional and intentional with being disrespectful to somebody. Men don't operate like that to me anyway. Not masculine men. We ain't, that goes back to this. We going into some stuff. When we get into that big U conversation, that's going to be relevant also because men don't intentionally try to harm or hurt nobody's feelings or nothing. Most of the time that's a trauma response.
It is.
Yeah. I wanna play another clip of Stephen A responding, talking about he would have swung on Bron, but something else had happened after this clip that I think me and you can converse about. Let me go ahead and get to it.
You see, when he approached me while I was sitting courtside at that game against the New York Knicks, when he rolled up on me, I didn't know he was going to roll up on me. I had no idea. But when he said what he had to say, I was in no position to give any kind of retort without making a scene. It was during the third quarter. It was fresh out of a timeout. It was him walking to the basketball court. It was on national television. The cameras were rolling. And had I done something, what do y'all want me to do? You want me to act? You want this to be a reincarnation of Chris Rock and Will Smith? And let me state for the record that while we bring up that, let me assure you it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on
him. See that he removed the objectivity away from it and started
got emotional.
And then he got emotional again when he went on First Take because that was on his own platform that's on YouTube when he said that. Then when he came on First Take the first day, he started implementing Kobe and other people.
Yep, and D Wade. And it's weird.
Yeah, why you mentioning them? This is specifically you and Bron.
Weird, bro. Weird. Straight weird.
He took it too far, fam. He took it too far. I think that he got that $100 million contract and he got full of himself.
Not only that, bro. It was the fact that he's the puppet.
Explain that to him.
He said he didn't want to talk about that incident.
Oh, and what they do?
You're going to talk about that incident.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guy, LeBron James. You're going to talk about him. I don't give a damn what they probably said. Stephen A. Nigga. you gonna talk about this other black man?
Yeah.
And we don't care how you feel about it. Do you know the ratings?
We're gonna make all our money back off your contract this year.
Right.
Off of the ratings that you're gonna give us.
Right. Because this is the narrative. This is what we're gonna push, and you're going to be the puppet to do it. We just paid you the big bucks. Now it's time to do your job. Click.
And then what's crazy is that LeBron went on a ESPN platform show to talk about the man who just got the extended contract from ESPN. It's a dirty game, fam. It's a dirty game.
Yep. And Rich Paul was just on Pat McAfee the week before.
I didn't even know that. What was he on there for? Talking about just his deals and things that he's got going on.
Deals and things that he got going on. And they asked about the situation. And he was like, you know what? Let's get LeBron on. He can talk about it himself.
Like, why is people so intrigued in Pat McAfee?
Because Pat McAfee don't hold nothing back. Bro, Pat McAfee talk about any and everything.
Yeah.
He got connections. Remind you, Pat McAfee was a punter in the NFL.
Yeah. So he ain't a journalist.
He's not a journalist. No.
Yeah.
He's part of the game, but also he got connections too. He's the reason why, Aaron Rodgers was coming on for a minute.
Yeah. Where did he play?
For like a day.
What team was he on?
I think he was in Indianapolis.
Pat McAfee around a Peyton Manning time, wasn't it? Probably.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I thought he kicked at Denver too with Peyton, I think.
If I'm not mistaken, he probably did because Pat McAfee is only 37.
Yeah, I think he went to Denver too. That's where I remember him at the most. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he'd been part of my squad, yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I forgot Denver, your squad, man. But let's not get on that. Let's not get on our squads or nothing yet, though. Let's close it out on the Stephen A. and LeBron's James conversation. I salute LeBron and everything he's done and contributed to the game, and I wish him and Bronny and everybody well. And I feel like Stephen A. I appreciate what Stephen A. has done and the work he contributed at Georgetown and with Allen Iverson and all of that in his early days in his career. But I think he need to switch from feelings and emotion and get back to the objectivity and just start, you know what I mean, talking about what he is there for, the sport.
Right.
And just keep moving forward, because you can be you can be replaced, dog.
Yeah.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.